You're tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
I'm Maria.
Hey guys, welcome to Black Hollywood Live. I am Ashley Bowden, hanging out with comedy legend Guy Tori. What's up, Guy?
Comedy legend. That's for these guys on my shirt.
Am I aging you?
Yeah,
I feel like you're a comedy legend, so I'm gonna give you that title.
Look, I was born in '92, so you know.
Okay, I'll let you have that, but you're still a legend in my eyes. You guys have seen him on BET, Comedy Central, the movie Life, American History X, Martin. So I'm not sure how he was born in '92 and did all of that, but you know he's special. Black boy magic.
I'm a child prodigy. What can I say?
You are. You got it popping. So how's the social distancing coming along?
Hey, I love it. You know, I'm around people all the time for my job. So, you know, being away from people just for a moment, not for too long, is all right with me. You know, I'm cool with that. I'm three people anyway. It's me, myself, and God. So I'm always around people.
I know you got that song popping.
I
don't know if we can play it, Guy. Don't play it. Don't play it.
No,
I don't think we can play that.
play it?
I don't think we can play
Okay.
it. But okay, so how are you spending your free time? I saw on your Instagram page, you're doing the cycling.
Yes, right here, my Peloton right here.
Okay, so you're doing that.
You know
what else are you doing?
Creative. And the thing about it is you got to put yourself on a schedule because there's so much free time and I got so much stuff to do, stuff that I can't do when I'm on the road. So I'm getting all the stuff done. Now I've been cooking a lot. Stay tuned for my cooking show that I'll be posting. Follow me on Instagram right now and on Twitter at Guy Tori, GEYTORRY. But also, I just been creating. Like I've been pitching shows. So Hollywood hasn't really shut down. So like as we're doing conferencing right now, I've been pitching these projects to networks. I can't speak too much on it, but that's been going on and I've been really happy with it.
Nice. I saw your cooking on Instagram. You had salmon.
Oh yeah.
What else are you making?
And corn that day, I believe.
Okay. What else is on the menu?
You know what? I make the world's best chili, world's best chili. So that's going to be on the menu. I also make the best greens in the world. Nobody can beat my greens. I've won contests with my greens. So I put my greens up against anybody, mama, grandma, dead grandma, dig her old ass up. I'll out-cook your dead ass. My greens are the best. And I'll be cooking some other, my vegan Beyond Beef cheeseburger with vegan cheese is bomb too. So I'm
okay.
nice.
You're nice in the kitchen.
I'm nice.
You got that flick in your wrist.
Well, yes, let's define flick in the wrist. No.
All right. So what precautions have you been taking? I saw you were going to the grocery store. You live downtown LA. You're pretty vocal about that. You had your grocery cart. You had your gardening gloves on. And your towel around your
Well, yeah, I had my workout towel around my mouth because you got to. I'm downtown, so
right.
There's a lot of people downtown,
right.
And you got to stay safe. I mean, my immune system is pretty strong anyway, but I want to take I want to follow the rules. You know, I ain't trying. It's funny because on my elevator in my building, I live in these condos, and they have a sign that says, you know, social distance. You know, please step to the back when other people, you know, get on. I'm like, I'm Black. We've been doing that our whole damn life.
All our lives. I do want to, just on a serious note, you said that your friend, rap legend Scarface, actually was just diagnosed with the coronavirus. How's he doing?
He's doing okay, man. That hurt me yesterday. I got that news yesterday morning and it just hurt me. He texted me and he said, you know, it was early in the morning. He's in Houston. I'm on the West Coast. And he goes, I got it. And I'm like, I'm trying to like, okay, maybe he texted the wrong person. Because, you know, I haven't really talked to him since the Grammys. The Grammys were Grammy weekend. And then I said, I looked at my timeline, you know, I texted him, said, did I send him something? What did I send him? And then he said, I said, well, got what? He said, I got it. And he capitalized it.
It.
And I was like, coronavirus? And he was like, yes. And I just really like, oh wow. And I called him up. He explained what happened. His wife is fine. I thought his wife had it as well, but she's supporting him.
Mhm.
But man, it's I checked on him today. He said he's feeling a lot better. Adina Howard, if you look at Scarface, Adina Howard, my sister, she sends out her love to you as well. She texted me and said, hey, tell Face. I said, I'm praying for him. So, and then I found out a couple of other friends that same day are being tested as well. So it was a rough day for me yesterday.
Okay. Have you been tested for it?
No, I haven't been tested because they won't test you anyway if you don't show any symptoms.
Was Scarface showing symptoms?
Yeah, he had gone to the doctor a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They told him he had asthma. I mean, not asthma, pneumonia. I'm sorry, he has asthma, but they told me he had pneumonia. And then I think he said something about his kidneys were failing. And then they called him the other night and said, "Hey, you tested positive."
Wow. So prior to knowing someone with coronavirus, did you take it serious? Was this something that you were taking serious?
Absolutely. And that's like I get upset when people say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy, it's a hoax, it's the government done." Look, I don't care what the hell it is. It's here. I don't care who made it. I don't care if it came from Wuha, Compton, Tupelo, Mississippi. I don't care if it came from East St. Louis. It's here, and you can catch it. Who cares where it came from? It's here, and people are getting sick, and people are dying every day. So who gives a damn where it came from? It's here, and you got to take necessary precautions. And people were out at the beaches and having parties and hooping and all of that stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's real. It's straight up real.
Right. So so you put on Instagram a couple of days ago that this was your caption. It's time to refocus, no excuses, get to work on bettering. This is the time to get to work on bettering ourselves.
Yeah.
In this timeout, I'm working on taking control of my bad vices and turning them into victories. So what vices are you actually turning into victories?
Cussing mother, I don't know. My vice is being unfiltered. Hey, I'm telling you right now, this Corona got me filtered because I didn't pick up the Bible. I smoke a lot of cigars. I love a nice little, Don Julio tequila or rum every once in a while. And this time I'm gonna clean myself out for just 2 weeks. I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks, meditate, focus, fast, and eat healthier and get some rest and really just kind of refuel. I mean, in this time with this Corona-19, you got to realize it affects your immune system, and alcohol lowers your immune system, and also smoking, messes with your lungs, and this is a respiratory disease. So that's not smart to keep doing that more than the way you have been doing with this in this current environment. So it's just learning a way to kind of slow down a little bit and check myself for reckless.
Right. And I was actually looking at your IG and I was like, he loves going to his cigar bars. I wonder how he's doing. Yeah, you love hitting those cigar lounges.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
because it's just, I don't smoke weed, I don't smoke cigarettes, and those who do, God bless you. My choice is cigars because it relaxes me, but also cigar community is a different community. I mean, I can go anywhere in the country or in the world, go to a cigar lounge and sit next to somebody and have a civil conversation, whether we are pro-Trump or anti-Trump. And there's never any arguments, never any fights. And it's always just a cool place to kind of fellowship.
Right.
I said,
obvious.
Start a Bible study cigar lounge. Called a burning bush.
I don't know how that would work out.
What? Cigar smoking ain't a sin. As long as you don't.
But what about the elders in the church? The old ladies in the church are gonna have a problem with that.
At a cigar lounge, them old birds can do what they want to do. They can go play bingo or bridge or whatever they play. But I may start a Bible study cigar lounge, called a burning bush.
Right. No, but I mean, go for it. Do it.
Night, not a lounge, but a night.
Once social distancing is over, I say go for it.
Well, I'm touching everybody when I come out. I'm tired of touching myself.
You're hugging everybody. Isn't it hard to just see someone and not be able to touch them? We're actually a pretty touchy-feely culture.
I'm gonna look
now
like
that
Helen,
we're not able to.
I'm like Helen Keller, just trying to touch everybody.
I know. I did also notice too, Guy, This is the last thing I'm gonna mention about coronavirus. But you posted, and I could just be reading into this a bit, but on the day that the news broke that Harvey Weinstein had the coronavirus, you posted something on IG and you said that you wouldn't wish COVID-19 on anyone, not even your enemies. And you were just encouraging everyone to stay prayed up. So was that in response to the news breaking that Harvey had contracted
No, it was in response really to 45. I mean, as much as I'm anti-Trump, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. Cause I have a lot of friends like, oh, he should get it, he should get it. I'm like, nah, you don't want to wish it on anybody. And I don't know what you feel about him, how you think about him. You know, he's our president right now, but it's still a human being. And you don't want to wish this type of disease, which I think is demonic, this type of demon on anybody. So, you know, I was saying that because there was so much negative. It's just a bad thing, man. And you don't want any of your loved ones to catch it. And no matter how bad a person is, or we may think they are, they have loved ones too. So put yourself through. So I was just trying to be positive in a period where we needed some upliftment from people, you know, finding out that their relatives or their neighbors or their bosses or their favorite celebrities, you know, have this demon called COVID-19.
Right. So let's move on to your comedy career. We've seen you in like what sweatshirt is that you're wearing?
This is a young lady named Benicia Williams made this for my 50th birthday. It was a birthday gift. I actually have them to sell, but they're not I don't have them online right now, but I'll sell them after my shows. But anyway, so it's just kind of like she put together like a dream team of comics that she's heard me talk about in interviews and things like that. I thought it was a cool shirt to honor, you know, some of the past, future, and current legends in the comedy game who inspired me. And there's some that didn't make the shirt that she left off. But you know, I'm a big fan of comedy.
Yeah, so you've worked with like Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac. Your first television appearance was on Martin, correct?
Yeah. I was playing a fake Martin Payne.
Oh, you were the fake Martin Payne?
I was a fake Martin Payne doing the Gary what's his name? The little dude. Gary
Gary from, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that episode. That was Martin was always good. People don't understand how gracious Martin. I started as a PA on the Martin show, delivering scripts. That was my first one of my first jobs out here. And the next season, I wrote an episode of Martin that got produced. Third season of Martin was called Romantic Weekend when he got attacked by this rat. It's out of the first script I wrote. I co-wrote it with a guy named Matt Diamond. And Martin was always encouraging me to write and get in the writer's room. And I guest starred on the show before with the Gary Coleman episode. I wrote an episode. I did audience warm up. I was a PA on the show. I was Martin stand-in. The whole Lawrence family always took care of me when I was on the set. So it was a shout out to everybody from the Martin show, the writers, the directors, producers, everybody, creators.
So what are your fondest memories working like on Martin or working with Eddie Murphy, or you worked with Bernie Mac as well, right? On Kings of Comedy?
You got Kings of Comedy and Life. When we shot the movie Life, we were also on the road with Kings of Comedy Tour. I was the first host of the Kings of Comedy Tour. I was a baby in the game. I was like 5 years in, and those guys had 15 to 20 plus. And they kind of took me under their wing. And I learned a lot from that tour. I mean, Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac, and Cedric, man, DL hadn't joined the tour until after I left voluntarily. And I mean, I just learned so much from Martin. You know, that was my early acting class, being on that Martin set. Because what was on the page, you know, Martin would take it and put so much life to it, and improv. And I learned that, and just how his dedication and how he worked, but not just Martin, but the whole cast: Carl Payne, Tisha Campbell, Tommy Ford, Tashina Arnold. I mean, they all brought it every episode, and that's what made that show so great. And then working with Eddie on Life was just a class, because you had to bring your A game. I mean, you had Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, and Miguel Nunez, Michael Teleferro, Bear, rest in peace. You had Anthony Anderson, and that's a great cast. Shabaka Henley, Oba Babatunde, Brent Jennings. Everybody brought it, and you had to step in there and not drop the ball. So it was a dream team cast working on that too. And Eddie was just so so great at improv too. And I don't care how many takes he do in a scene, the same scene, he would have a different, funnier one every time. Every time. It was just a treat to work on. And we had a director that allowed us to be free like that because of Eddie Murphy. Because the first day on the set, Eddie Murphy told the director, let them go. Let them do whatever they want to do. And that's trust. When you have a star like that, trust you like that, as comedians and actors, man, that's so much love. And he had enough confidence in us that we were not gonna, violate this period piece and this great body of work.
How did you get casted for that movie?
I went in for casting.
Oh, so you auditioned for that?
Audition, yeah.
Did you have to audition in front of Eddie, or was it just casting directors?
The director, Ted Demme, rest in peace, and the producers and casting agent.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know what the movie was at that time, or you just were going in kind of blind?
You never do. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing when you're reading the script, because it's always three movies. It's the one you write, the one you shoot, and the one you edit. The movie changes. A lot of things that may look good when you read it, when you start put it on its feet and start directing it, it may not make sense. And then you start editing, it may be a whole nother piece. And Eddie Martin and Bernie really made that script like come alive, man. Right. I mean, they really did. And same thing with American History X. American History X is, a critically acclaimed film, but I didn't know what I was really into when I was doing it. I knew to stay serious to the character and what you're doing, and don't focus on any awards or anything like that. That'll come if it's warranted, but you just got to put in the work.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you a question. Is there any truth to I guess it's a rumor or a myth, that Black men, especially Black comics, have to put on a dress to make it to the next level in their career?
You hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. People ask me that question a lot. And to me, there's some people who want to portray their mother or their sister or aunt or a character that they saw. And it's not that you have to do it. Now, sometimes it's in the script and they want you to do it. And if you don't want to do it, then don't take the role. Like, I don't take the role. But if you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. If they're forcing it on you and it just seems gratuitous, and I think you can have a discussion about that. But that's one of those Hollywood urban legends that, it's not just that, it's so many other things. You got to go to the red door, the Illuminati, and all this.
Yeah.
Stuff. At the end of the day, hey, I serve God, period. And what's meant for me is meant for me. If I don't want to play a role, I don't want to play a role, whether he has a dress on or not a dress on. I don't want to play a gratuitous gangster that's just glorifying, straight up killing for no reason and no redeeming qualities. So you have a right to choose whatever role you want to take. And yeah, that rumor is out there. And I don't think it's a rumor. I think it's fact in some circles. Absolutely. I'm not going to say. I think in some circles that could be a fact, but it's not. I don't think it's in every circle, every aspect of this business.
So you can't say definitively that if you say no to a role that feminizes the Black man, that your career will take a decline after that.
It depends on the man. It depends on the man. It depends on the person who do it. I serve God, so what's meant for me is meant for me. If my name is on it, it's gonna happen. Ain't no decline. And
Amen.
I have a thing I say called cut off fingers and put up mirrors. I don't blame anyone for anything that ever happened in my life. A white man, Hollywood, agents, managers, spouses, whatever. At the end of the day, you make the decision. I'm a grown ass man. So it's like, people want to blame everybody and point the fingers at everybody else where they're not or what they don't have and crap like that. But at the end of the day, look in the mirror, because it's you. You hired that agent, you hired that manager, you went on that audition, you put on that dress, and then if you did, then you work your ass off to get back to where you think you should be. So my whole thing is always try to be positive, not be negative, and not point fingers, because you point fingers and blame everybody else, then you'll never improve. You think, you don't stink. And mine smell awful sometimes. Let me be honest with you. Morning, everything. My poop stinks. Especially right about now. I've been going. Woo!
Smelling like a baby's diaper.
Woo! You should see it.
Speaking of you, I feel like you have a really like a very positive mindset, a very strong and very positive mindset. You can see that on your Instagram page. Just having a conversation with you. First time I met you, you're just very strong, very encouraging, and just a positive person. And you've been really candid about just overcoming like this dark period that you went through after your divorce with your wife.
Yeah.
And I think your brother spilled the tea on this. He said that Trick Daddy actually had to talk some sense into you during one incident or something happened. I want to know what Trick Daddy said to you. What happened with that?
It was my brother, but it was not my blood brother. It was my brother, Tony Wiley. Shout out to Tony Wiley. Okay. I was had a rough year that year, and I was getting ready to beat up. I was ready to beat up a Houston police officer.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And because he was being a hiney hole, as my good friend comedian Freddie Ricky would say. He's being a hiney hole, and he was being unnecessary. It was Houston. It's that's Texas, the South basically, and I wasn't going for it. And I was about, and he said something to me that was foul. He said, he said something to me foul, and I was ready to kind of walk up to him, and Trick Daddy goes, man, that's Houston PD. And I said, I wipe my ass with Houston PD. That was at the time. I was young. So if I go back to Houston, hey, I was young and dumb. I was going
He didn't mean it.
But yeah, I mean, that was a period where, it was I was going through a divorce. And anybody who's been through a divorce, it's tough. It's not easy. I mean, and it wasn't tough because she made it tough. It was very simple. She's still my good friend to this day. I have no ill things to say about her, but it was just the fact that for the first time in my life, I felt like I failed at something, win and everything. And I felt like, man, it's something I really worked hard on, and it didn't work. And that was foreign to me. It's not, I've studied for auditions before and didn't get them and things like that. That's different. This was something that I really, really wanted. And it didn't work out. It just wasn't in the plan. So, at that point, until I understood why it didn't, then I was able to deal with it and be better.
And so that's how you overcame that dark period.
I'm still dark on the inside of a lot of things. Most comedians are. That's why I work on being so positive on my page and in person, because we do comedy because we're dark individuals on the inside. Most of us. Our comedy comes from truth and pain, and I heard a saying, we do comedy to control those dark areas, to bring light to those dark areas in our life. A lot of us are just, it's that's why the movie Joker spoke so well to me. It's the fact that here's this guy who everybody see in a clown outfit, like, oh, he's happy-go-lucky, but you go home, and it's not that at home. It's not that in your own reality. So, but we love bringing laughter to other people, but sometimes we can't even bring laughter to ourselves.
Have you gone through any kind of, do you plan on going through any kind of therapy or anything like that? Just ongoing therapy?
Absolutely. I definitely, once we get out of this quarantine, going to seek some therapy just for a lot of things. We all need it. No one's above.
We all need it. Yeah. Let me just be clear on that. Yeah.
We all need it. So yeah, absolutely. I know I'm stuck. I know something wrong with me. So I'm tripolar. I got 3 personalities. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, they fight all the time. There's a lot of inner conflict going on right here. So I need somebody to come in and referee these 3 mofos.
Right. So what do you prefer? Do you like doing stand-up, films, or TV the most?
I love it all. But the girl that brought me to the dance is stand-up. That's what that's the hub. That's where it starts, and then everything else from that comes from there: the writing, the acting, the TV, the producing, the directing, the hosting. Everything comes, but it starts at comedy. It starts with the girl that brought me to the dance. You be loyal to the girl that brought you to the dance, and everything else will fall in line. So that's my core, because at the end of the day, other than now, when all the other industries fail, I can always go back to stand up. Now, right now, I'm on chill mode. I'm doing sit down right now because of the quarantine. But I'm using my other talents. I'm editing. I have all my on my hard drives. I'm editing material. I'm writing new material. I'm a little bored with my act. So I've been writing new material I already wrote, but now that I got this time, I can really punch it up and make it and give something new to the fans that come to the show once this quarantine is over.
What are your thoughts on doing like Instagram skits? Because those are real popular right now.
They are. I mean, I haven't cracked that nut yet. And these guys who do it and women who do it are just bomb at it, man. I mean,
yeah.
Some people are wired for it, some people aren't. And, you know, I got to be real careful because I got almost a 30-year career. I've been doing this almost 28 years now. And this and social media is new to, you know, a lot of people. So I don't want to play myself and go too far out and lose my base and then not catch, you know, this social media world and miss out with anybody. So I got to stay true to who I am, not sell my soul or my whole, not sell those. and
don't sell that whole, please.
no. And keep a happy medium between the both where I can, like, you know, and just be true to myself. And I got some ideas and projects that I'm cooking up that will do that, but I will never play myself.
Got it. What's inspiring you right now? Because I know you said you're doing a lot of creative work. So what is inspiring the new work that you're working on, the new projects that you're working on?
Me, rediscovering who I am. You know, when I first started doing stand-up, I wanted to be so different from my brother. So I did a different style of comedy. I never really talked about family stuff and personal stuff. And people want to know who you are. You know, people want to be able to take a piece of you home with them when they leave a comedy show. And when the thing that the Kings of Comedy Tour did for me, and I said this on Steve Harvey's daytime show when they had the Kings of Comedy reunion, I went from being a comic to a comedian, right? And when I started the comedy tour, up until then I was a comic. When I left that tour, I was working on being a comedian. And the difference is a comic says funny things, a comedian makes things funny. Opens up and lets you in, and they're transparent, and we share our stories. A comic, you laugh, but you know nothing about them. They don't take it. You know, and there's nothing wrong with being either one. It's how you're wired. Some people don't want to open up. I don't mind. I'm an open book. So, you know, what inspires me now are the new, if I can talk in third person, Guy Tori.
Love that. What can you tell me, if anything, about this new film that you're working on?
I heard I just got informed it just got pushed. So I was doing a horror movie called I Possess. Cara Remy co-wrote it, directed it, starring in it. And it's a horror film. You don't see too many, it's actually, I think it's only 2 Black people in the film. So I'll let you know.
I was going to ask, is this a Black horror film? And how long does it last?
It's a film. I just happen to be Black that's in it. And it's nice. It's really kind of a message in it as well. And I won't give up too much of what it is, but, you know, let's just say we all have our demons, period, no matter who you are. And no matter how you try to hide or shift or act like you don't, this movie is going to reveal all the people, all our demons are the characters in this movie. I'm excited about it because it's probably the biggest role I've had, you know, as far as length and the scenes that I'm in. And it's a multidimensional character who has some secrets that, you know, not the first time I had secrets in a movie, but I have some secrets that I'm holding back that come out later. So it's very challenging. I've been studying for it. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm working out to lose weight for it. I'm also I'm playing a psychiatrist, so I've been talking to psychiatrists and psychologists to know the difference. So I make sure I play the role properly. I'm a war vet, so I'm talking to people who are ex-Marines who have been in Iraq, and so because that's the background of the character. So I'm just doing a lot of the research work, and now that the movie got pushed, I can get more and more deep into this character and really knock it out the park when we shoot.
I feel like that's great because there's a big push right now for an awareness on mental health.
Man.
Yeah, especially with like ex-Marines, our military servicemen and women who are dealing with PTSD. Exactly. So it sounds like the main character is struggling with that.
My dad and my brother. My dad, rest in peace, Robert Guy Tori Sr., U.S. Army, 2 tours in Vietnam, 23 years in the military, had PTSD when he came back to Vietnam, and that was hard on my mom and hard on the family. My brother, Lieutenant Ramon Torry, he served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and suffered from PTSD. So it's real. I used to go and he was over the Yellow Ribbon program, and I used to go and talk to the soldiers who were being deployed and the ones that were coming back, and just say, thank you for your service, And I used to bring celebrities up there to talk to them, let them know that we support them, we're behind them, and we couldn't do what we do if they didn't do what they do. So even right now, those who served, I salute you for your greatness and for your bravery and making sure we have our freedoms over here. So it's very important. And that's the thing that I think needs to be covered with these elections. No one's talking about mental health. And I remember in the last Bush administration, he cut the mental illness budget in the inner city. Go figure. His friends own prison. Yeah, who are in prison. A lot of people are mentally ill. They commit crimes. And Black people are in prison because, they cut that mental illness budget in the inner city. The other thing, new Jim Crow law. Let's talk about that. But anyway, and then you got to look at the fact that John Kasich, who I wasn't really a fan of, but when he was running a couple of years ago, he was the only one that was on his agenda, was to deal with mental health. Because if you want to solve homelessness and a lot of the crime, you'll deal with mental illness. And I work with the homeless with my Friend's House Foundation, with the great Tiffany Rose, who's the director, creator of that. And we serve the homeless in downtown LA. And I see it, when I'm able to help, when I'm in town, I'm able to help. It's sad because a lot of those people who are on the streets are mentally ill, and a lot of them were our veterans who went and fought for this country and came back, and they've been kicked to the curb, which is sad.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely needs to, just be brought to the forefront, and a greater awareness needs to be brought to mental health all around. So I completely agree. Speaking of the elections, just in general, who would you like to see in the presidency? They can be running or not.
Barack Obama.
Hey, bring him back.
Can we get we need a 2020 need a mulligan. And the White House needs a mulligan. Those of you who don't know who play golf, mulligan is you mess up a shot, then you get another one just like that. I don't know, man. It is time. It's overdue for a woman, to be honest. I'm not just saying that. I say it in my act. I've been saying it for years. But this country is more sexist than it is racist. That's a bigger problem. If you look at the facts of America, I talk about it on stage in my act. If you look at America, it's always had a sexism problem and a racism problem. But if you look at America, Black men had the right to vote before white women. We came from being slaves and being 3/5 human, and we could vote, and white women still couldn't vote. That's right. A sexist problem to me. A Black man became president before a white woman. Love Barack Obama, and I'm glad he did. But Hillary, on paper, was more qualified, and he won, thank God. But we have a sexism problem in this country. And if you look at the current race, when the women were just falling out, I mean, it was sad.
Do you think our country is ready at this point for a female president?
No, unfortunately, no. I wish we were as a country. I am, but this country, it's old white men. Not all of them, but would perpetuate sexism, racism, xenophobia, homophobia. Old white men stuck in traditions. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You look at what's going on. Old white men.
So what do you want to work on, or what would you like to achieve that you haven't achieved yet?
Man, completely surrendering to God.
Oh, wow. You took that to another level, because I'm thinking on the career trajectory, and you took it spiritual.
If you do that, and when you do that, then you have to worry about anything else.
What does that look like?
I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you, but I'm excited for the possibilities. Wow,
that was pretty deep. All right, so we're
now, not to say, I'm a super nice guy. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. I'm on my way, but I think that's the most important thing right now, to be completely honest. I'm a bad boy.
Are you like a regular churchgoer? Are you like a?
I used to be, and I'm a regular prayer warrior. Pray meditate morning, pray throughout the day. Have I gone to a physical structure in a minute? No, I just went to a funeral that really made me hungry for it again. Rest in peace, Bernard Young, buddy of mine who passed away, great guy. And man, the sermon was good. And you go and you get fed. And I missed that meal. I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's something that I need to really step back into.
Okay.
That's what this shutdown is doing too. For those of you out there, you talked earlier about what I posted on my page, it's time to refocus and it's time to step into your purpose. This shutdown is forcing us to step into our purpose. And a lot of people go through life not knowing what their purpose is or not knowing who they are. If you look at your name and look at the definition of your name, is who you are. And your purpose is in your name. And my first name is Robert. It means light. It means to shine. It means bright. I've always tried to be positive and be bright. I don't not all the time, but I make sure I'm working on it constantly. My middle name is Guy, which means to guide, to lead. And I'm always working on being a leader and being a pioneer. So if you look at your name, the definition of your name, it'll explain exactly who you are and what your purpose is.
So Ashley.
I gotta look it up.
It's from the ash tree meadows. It's an English root from the ash tree meadows.
Okay. So what do you take from that?
I don't know. What you told me that it's you're rooted in the earth.
Right. You're grounded.
You're grounded.
And stay grounded. And please. When just off the top, I don't know. I'm just thinking, if I would think of that, roots, it means grounded and sowing good seed, and also knowledge. The tree of knowledge.
Yes.
Yes. So in the Garden of Eden, the forbidden fruit was eaten from the tree of knowledge. So your job is to teach, is to put that knowledge out there and to stay grounded in who you are, especially in this climate, in this Hollywood business. You have to stay grounded in this business. Otherwise, you'll get lost real quick out here, because it's the devil's playground.
How do you stay focused and grounded in your purpose?
It's a daily process. But I had two great parents. Dad, rest in peace, my mom, Rebecca Torry. Thank you for just raising us to stay grounded and to stay focused and to stay just true to who you are.
Not veering from that. I think you're a teacher. You're a teacher by nature, Guy.
Well, my mom is a retired educator. My sister, Roberta McWoods, is a retired educator. So it's in the DNA. It's in the blood. So
you're naturally a teacher. I see that, because you're just naturally a teacher. You love information and you love sharing it.
I do love sharing.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and I feel blessed that anytime I get to sit down and talk to you, you're a well of knowledge, and I appreciate it.
I appreciate this. I appreciate the opportunity to talk.
Thank you. Where can everyone find you and keep up with what you got going on?
Right now, you find me on Instagram at Guy Tori, GUYTORRY. You can find me on Twitter, same handle. On Facebook, The Guy Tori Show, Guy Tori. And I'm working on my YouTube. That's why I've got all my hard drives and writing and stuff. So follow me on YouTube. There's not a lot of stuff up there yet, but it will be. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So.
And when is the new film? When is the new film estimated to come out?
Well, now we pushed it. It was supposed to start shooting next month, and now it's already being pushed to maybe the fall because of the coronavirus. So it's God's plan. Whenever He wants it to be ready to shoot and come out, then we gotta go with Him. We can't put a date on the end of this demon. We just gotta, stay prayed up, stay locked up, and stay stocked up.
Hey, and you know what? I think we're all learning that.
And don't get fed up.
And don't get fed up. I love that. And I think we're learning that from this whole experience, that we are not in control.
Not at all.
We just got to roll with it.
Crap it on myself. No, I'm joking.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Guy.
Dude, still the spot.
Appreciate you.
stars, steal the spotlight in whatever you do.
Yes. Amen to that. All right. Have a good one.
Deuces.
Deuces. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys, I got so excited talking to Guy. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live. Catch us on YouTube. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe to our channel. We always appreciate you guys, and lots of love. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourselves. Bye.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.